Hi there, fellow language learners. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Matt Boyle. I'm a language learning card game designer. And every Saturday we're hosting free online card game events for language learners all over the world. We've been doing so since April of 2023, and we're just keeping right on rolling full steam ahead here in 2025. We have several active groups, and I hope that if your target language is the same as theirs, that you'll come out to join us. We have a set schedule. So first Saturdays of every month are for Japanese, second Saturdays are for Turkish, third Saturdays are for Spanish, fourth Saturdays are for Mandarin. If there's a fifth Saturday of the month, we might do a makeup game. If we missed a prior game, we might do a different language, totally different language, maybe a pop-up event, or who knows, we might just take a rest. If I didn't mention one of your target languages just now, there's still a potential we could host a game just for you, because I keep lists of people who are interested to play for all kinds of languages. So you just got to let me know. You can drop me a comment down below or email me at languagecardgames.events@gmail.com. So this game that I designed as a language learner myself is to help you make your language learning process truly unforgettable by turning it really into something more like an adventure and a social experience with friends, with real people. I think that's a big problem that we have going on in the world today, is that everybody's trapped on their devices and just living life in the matrix. And yeah, they're studying and learning things, and that's great, but they're sort of doing it in isolation, and they're really practicing getting better at isolation. And I think that's an especially difficult problem when it comes to language learning, because language learning is really, in essence, it's such a social thing. This is how human beings connect, communicate, share meaning, express themselves, ask questions, get answers, and really make friends. So I think if you really want to succeed in a general sense with language learning, then you have to succeed at being human and being good at making conversation and making friends. This is all something that we can practice, I think. Even if you feel a little bit shy or introverted, maybe hard for you to meet people, and maybe you feel a little bit embarrassed or stupid when you're struggling through this target language, I think that's part of the price that you have to pay to get good with your target language. And luckily, the groups that we've created and cultivated since April of 2023 are full of passionate, positive, fun-loving people. We try to help everybody to learn. We have a motto: if everybody learns, everybody wins. And what we've seen over time is that people who are maybe initially a bit hesitant to try what we're doing and to, join the online game room with people who are basically strangers, and what we've seen is that they grow over time. They like they like what we do. They start to make friends. They start to become some of our top players, and in some cases, they even become hosts for us and start to run groups. So I really recommend that you give this a try, especially in this new year. Why not try something new, right, to spice up your language learning? We're going to be doing this every week, so it can really help you to stay motivated. And because the Saturdays are set, every Saturday, you're going to know which language we're playing in. You're not going to forget. It's easy for you to stay consistent, stay regular. So I forgot to mention the time we're playing. The time will be 8 a.m. New York City time. So I know that's very early for people who are like in the western part of the Americas, but this is a pretty good time for a lot of the people that we have involved who are spread out across the world. 8 a.m. in New York City is 10 p.m. in Japan, for example. We have people joining for Japan, so that's already getting really late for them. So we try to choose the best time possible. So it's every Saturday, 8 a.m. New York City time. I hope you can sort of build this in your schedule to come out to join us. Now, a little bit more about the game that we're playing, and you can learn more about this, by the way, at languagecardgames.com. You can learn much more by reading in the blog, or you can see the schedule and sign up to play there. So go to languagecardgames.com if you want to sign up to play, and I'll be emailing you the next time we have a game in your target language. But the game we're playing is this, Heading into Language Land. I designed it over the course of 3 years, working in my spare time. It's full of original artwork. I had a team of artists working with me to bring my vision to life. So Let me show you some of the cards. Every card has a unique piece of artwork with characters and places that come from a fictional, a fantasy-themed language learning story that I wrote. So when you get into this world, when you roll with us, you're going to get this game, you're going to get the story, we've got study guides, we've got the blank study guide that covers all the topics in the game, but we also have pre-built study guides for several languages already, so that can really jumpstart you and get you really motivated to play this game with us. There's over 100 different topics across all the game cards that are in the game. And what happens is, we're obviously playing the online version, the virtual version, not with these real cards on a video camera. Okay, we've got the virtual version of the game, and what happens is you move around, you flip over cards, you roll a dice to select the topics on the cards you're encountering. And then you try to speak about the topic in your target language according to your ability level. You might give a single word, a short phrase, a complete sentence, just depending on what you feel comfortable with. So you just strive to talk about the topic a little bit, and if you can do that, you get to earn some points and take certain actions in the game. But the points is really just kind of a gimmick. It's the main point is the learning, and if players ever get stuck, then they can get some help from the other players or the host. So we allow players to look up answers, share answers, and learn as they play, learn as they go along. So we have a very supportive, inclusive, encouraging environment, and I believe it's something unlike anything you've ever tried before. This is something really special, really creative that came, from my own efforts to explore and understand my own, how I want to learn languages, how to make it fun, because I think language learning is really magical and it's really mind-opening, and I wanted to design some resources that capture that feeling. I think language learning and the fantasy genre dovetail quite nicely, so that's why I came up with this game. Again, details at languagecardgames.com, or you can watch more videos right here on my YouTube channel. Just look for the Heading into Language Land playlist. I'm currently working on the second edition of the game, but it's pretty slow going because I have 2 little kids at home who I love spending time with. So I'm just taking my sweet time with that project. But hopefully within the next couple of years, we'll see that game ready to play, and we'll have 100 additional topics to talk about. It's so fun learning about all these different topics with people from all over the world, because they will introduce and share some things you could not learn easily from anyone else. So every person sitting around the table is special. Everyone sitting around the table has something to offer, and I believe that's going to be true for you too when you come out to play. So I hope to see you in the next game. I think this Saturday is going to be Spanish. So looking forward to that, and I'll see you guys back here in the next video. Good luck with your language learning in this week. Let's do this.